But I got water, got food, and I'm ready to go. So we got THRILLHO versus Zark 23. We got Australian player versus Canadian player. And this is another really close ELO match. We have THRILLHO's 1302 and Zark is 1277. So it's just under 30 ELO difference. Going to be a close game by all measures. And we have the draft here. So game one is going to be Nomad. And I can just see at a glance we have some strong civs. For me, I'm going to say Zark has the more powerful straight up Nomad civs. But still, both players managed to pick up some good civs. And THRILLHO has some good counter civs, to be honest. Think you'll be banning Ethiopians? I love Ethiopians. They are so strong. So we have Khmer versus Spanish. Spanish, I think, is a pretty straightforward pick. You can kind of assume where that's going to get played. But we have game one for THRILLHO versus Stark in the Steppe Lancer bracket for the Wandering Warriors Community Cup. Let's get straight into it. So I like this view at first so you can see what the players are seeing. Ethiopians made you fall in love with Outposts because you were afraid to spend its own. Same. So we got far docks, but like really close TCs. This is going to be, and like super open distance between the TCs. Pretty hard to wall. It's going to be an aggressive game. And obviously the Spanish player, the pretty standard tactic, they want to go straight to Castle Age, but like they have backstone. But with this kind of open space between them, you get some really serious field action in. I have to say though, this isn't bad. It's wallable, it's just pretty open. The exact position is way better. I think both players are kind of open. Zark does have a little bit of a help from wall, although so does THRILLHO, kind of. Sorry, the other way around. But this Nomad gen, we actually didn't get a pond this time. You gotta keep remembering that this can happen. See, a lot of time you get like a big chunk out of land with a pond. This is straight up just like a huge ocean. You get a dock here. That's a lot of food to take in. Have the players spotted each other yet? Not quite yet from Stark. And not quite yet from THRILLHO. But he's about to see him, I think. The sheep might just notice it. Boar. Interesting. Going. Oh no, sorry, he got his fishing ship. I thought he went straight for the food with no fishing ship. That's pretty fair. Pretty standard. The matchup is interesting though, because both civs are civs that want to kind of go straight to Castle Age, but for different reasons. I wonder, is Zark the kind of player that is going to do the standard thing that we all know and hate, the Spanish special, or will they do what I like to do? Honestly, when I get Spanish like on Arena, or sorry, when I get Spanish on Nomad as a random picker, I actually very rarely go for the conks because I just know that's what everyone's expecting. So I'll just go full feudal aggression. I'll even go like fletching archers on Spanish just because no one is going to expect it coming. They're going to like be chilling thinking I'm going straight to Castle Age. So we'll see. I'll just give this a quick speed up. This set is already done, obviously. I was saying this was played early in the morning for me today, so I wouldn't have been able to cast it live. But I'll give credit to Beekeeper if he's here in chat, because he's the one who pointed me towards this series, saying it was a pretty good one. No one expects the Spanish Fletcher Archer. Too true, and honestly, it's not played much, but Spanish Cav Archer is pretty damn good. They have like most of the upgrades. So like, people say you're wasting fletching throwing them on Spanish archers, like, you can still use them. It's just, like, obviously the conks is the good plan. It's the best plan if you can do it. Still, there's a lot you can do, especially if you can bank on your opponent thinking you're going for one thing and you just completely blindside them with a different play. Both players pretty low idle time though. You kind of expect that from this elo. Builds start to get tighter. People practice the map. And most players have like a pretty decent number of games played. Good experience. Gonna go looking for some more deer. Did we see this? You see the dock. This many vills? I wonder, is it worth being annoying and just kill the duck? How many is it? A 7? Nah, it'll still take a while. That'd be really funny though. They do have 3 fishing zips, so it's definitely not worth it. Getting another boar. Oh, you're right. I do see that. I don't know why this happens. I saw the choppiness there for a second on my preview on the other screen, but now it looks like it's gone. Is it still there? No, it looks fine to me now. That's like, it's something to do with capture age and OBS, I think. Because my connection is fine. I can see now the connection's great. It's just capture age not liking the, whatever method that OBS uses to capture it, I think. I've never seen this before, like watching my own games back. It's only when I'm streaming. Hey, we got Khmer player clicking up to castle. I mean, feudal. Jesus. I mean, it is Khmer, but that's a bit extreme. Clicking up to feudal, 17 villas, 5 fishing ships. But the Spanish player kind of expected staying in Dark Age for a little bit longer. See if they're going to go to stone. I mean, gold. I mean, they also want to go to stone. Taking in a third boar. They're going to have a pretty handy fast castle if they want it. Capture age not like it being captured. I know, right? We have the Khmer player on stone. Maybe this is... I was going to say in preparation of a counter castle when it comes up, but I think this is for towers. It is for towers. This is a really good play. I really like this. But at the same time, it's early enough that, you know, the Spanish player can just not... just change their plan now. Just accept you can't take this stone, because they're not going to see it's going up. Elo's in the top one of the player names. It's about pretty much 1300. Got to see this tower now, I think, once it hits. Yep, he's aware it's there now, so he should be able to know that this tower is off limits. Or he could just send vills forward. Oh, it's going to get walled in. Nice play from THRILLHO. Fourth boar coming in. The Spanish. Going to keep looking for some more places to tower. But issue for the Spanish player is there's no more stone. You got to come all the way out here. Or you got to take down a stone. I'm going to go for a second tower. This is difficult. This is really difficult. You got to react to this at this point. I mean, it's far enough back. It could have been more painful. Would have been more painful here, I think, to be honest. Oh, he just sees it now. Zark knows that there are chains of towers headed their way. Still going for castle though. Ah, nice. They found the other stone. They honestly might want to wall this off because you know that the Khmer player is just going to be hunting around with vills. I would maybe wall this off. Just make it harder. Because the Khmer player is just going to be... They know that they can't take this stone, but they're like going to know that they're going to be looking for some other stone. Blacksmith's coming up. I think Zark is going to make it out of feudal at the castle pretty okay. Yeah, this is a good tower, but it's not going to quite reach. And they've kind of already got their castle. Castle age clicked. Now we just gotta get the stone for a castle. What is the follow-up? Another super forward tower. This is a pretty annoying tower, to be fair. You need to get another gold under control, and to be honest, there's not a lot of gold. Oh, I see the capture age is doing that thing again. I don't know what caused it. It's obviously just like excessive zooming for me is causing it. I just love zooming so much. Yeah, you're right, uncontested water too. There is a fire ship. Just didn't manage to find a... Actually did find the dock, I just didn't see the fishing ships. Just chain after chain of towers. This is going to be like irritating. Gonna have to go straight to siege to clear these. But I feel like the castle is going to go up at least. Which is all the Spanish player wants. Deciding where to put it. Honestly, like, you could put it, yeah, I was gonna say here, but you could put it like right here and just kill all the towers without even needing a siege workshop. Here we go. Got to bring all the vills. Gonna retake your gold, which is critical. Gold and food is all you're gonna really need here for your game plan, at least for now. Vills coming forward. I don't think you can contest this. Spanish builders just say, fuck you, it's gonna go up. You might get some vill kills, but this is definitely gonna go up from Spanish builders. One of the most annoying things about the Spanish fast castle like this, like, it's not enough that their unique unit is one of the just most insanely impactfully powerful. It's also just such a pain to deny them their castle because they build so fast. Castle age clicked for Khmer. But we're gonna get the first conch sitting in the castle right now. But it's gonna start coming soon. And this is gonna be a tough spot for Khmer. Good, like, idea. This is like how you should play against someone that you know is going to go full greed for castle, but it's just wasn't too painful of tower spots, and then they managed to secure a safe stone to get up. This is the real power spike for the Spanish. It's incredibly powerful pressure. See what the Khmer's answer is going to be. We got archer armor coming in. I assume, can only assume for skirms, because you cannot let conchs just run through your base. You're going to just find yourself with no villagers. Got Zark chasing down the fishing ships now. Got 8 vill kills to 5. Honestly, the ecos are not that much different. It's just the military power right now is going to be the real indicator for where we're going from here. If THRILLHO can make it through the castle age like this without taking too much damage, like, the conchs will start to fall off. But right now they are super powerful. Be bad, cutting off the stone. Second archer range going up. We've got Bodkin in. Skirms are producing. This is going to be a lot of dead vills. You do have the advantage that skirms produce fast, but honestly, THRILLHO's hurting for food. Getting his fish harassed is really starting to affect his eco, because he doesn't have much of a food eco otherwise. One moment. Ah, sorry about that. Dog trying to get into the other room because he just cannot sit still if I'm focused on something. He always needs to be annoying me. Siege Workshop coming up for the Spanish. Conch still finding her ass. It is painful. Still getting harassed here. Mangonel queued. We have fighting on water on both sides. I am nervous for the Khmer player. Skirms are being produced and they are going to help. Tower's going up to try and get some defense. The issue is, tower helps, but conchs just step in, kill a vill, back off, step in, kill a vill, back off. They just do so much damage. Mangonel is up, second one coming through now. This is going to be huge pressure. I wonder if the Khmer can withstand it. Going to clean up the towers first. I think it might be GG. It's looking rough for our Khmer player. Really respect the play. Definitely the right way of going about things. Just with Spanish, like if they can make it through Dark and Feudal Age, they have such a powerful Castle Age to fall back on. Yeah, blue currently dominating water. Red is producing fires to get back in. But they have so many things they need to be producing. Third Mangonel coming out, Monk coming out too for Spanish player. I wonder if this is going to be enough for blue. Push back on the water, takes back some eco that the Spanish player can't reach. Yeah, I do think the conchs could be getting a lot more damage in, but here come the Mangonels. It's going to be a huge amount of pressure that the Khmer really can't answer right now. They do have a knight. Knight is sitting somewhere. Sitting in the stable, second knight coming in. Bill's coming forward. Is this for repairs or is this for a tower? From the knight. Gonna try and clean up the Mangonels desperately. They might just get them. 2 down. And I think they will actually get it. Third Mangonel down. Nice. Skirm's gonna hurt the conchs. And actually manages to push back. That was a nice defense. So our Khmer player manages to hold on for a little while longer. Resource count is dead equal. About a 15 vil difference. We still have a game. Khmer is adding second TC. So is the Spanish. Crazy how no one bans Spanish and Persians. Yeah, fair. Spanish probably will be my ban. Very annoying civ. But like at the same time, they're super powerful. There's a reason they're played so much, but it's just kind of there is the comfort factor kind of. Like you know what they're gonna do, so you can plan accordingly. Like Khmer, the THRILLHO came straight out the gate with the right strategy, just didn't quite get enough damage to cut the Spanish off from his castle age. Galleys coming out for THRILLHO. Water still looking under Khmer control, but there is fires being produced. Conk's looking for more damage, but the skirms are watching. Out looking for expansions. You don't ban it because you think your opponent will ban it, and then the opponent thinks the same. Yes, I feel that so much. So I played in the Hidden Community Cup earlier in this year, and in my first set that I played, I really didn't want to play on islands, but I also thought nobody wants to play on islands. Everybody at my level hated islands. So I said, you know what, I'll be smart. I'm going to ban a different map I don't like, because surely my opponent will ban islands. And wouldn't you know it, that game one, set one, I got paired against a islands only player. So I didn't ban islands. They slam picked islands and they wrecked me on it. I think I won the set overall, but I got made a fool of that islands game. Thousand resource difference now. Fill count is still about the same, but climbing. Kong still prowling through. They found a second TC. Knights coming out on a forward castle. It's a nice amount of vills. And the Spanish player notices. Gonna just back off. Kong's gonna come. No, they're gonna hit some damage here while they can. They could come in here and get some nice damage. Castle will go up though. Nice. This is a really good castle. These military buildings are going to fall, TC is going to fall, and it's nice center space between the two bases. Skirms found the conks though. At this point, they're elite skirm. They're going to start killing. And now suddenly there's no conks on the field. And it feels like the Spanish power spike might be leaving. We have a mass exodus here though. Looking for a castle over here. Interesting, not a TC. They do have a TC here. Knight's gonna find it. Definitely too many vills from the Spanish to stop, but they are gonna get some nice kills. That's gonna go up. And they're just gonna stay underneath. Don't mind Arabia Arena, but often ban them 1v1. Same. I don't really like Arena. Once in a blue moon I'll play it, but I do like Arabia. But I find the same lately. I'm really... lately I'm banning Arabia a lot, because I just want to try the other maps. Like, the last pool was so good. I love Land Nomad, so I just had Arabia banned, and like every single game I played was Land Nomad. So many people though, regular Nomad and Land Nomad, they'll quit the game rather than just play a game on it, or they'll join for a second and then immediately resign. Why don't people want to play the good maps? So we have red player managed to sneak a little dock back here, not making much more. Got a TC coming in. I think this is still a game, but right now Khmer have a real chance to come back in eco count. Vil count already taken over the Spanish player, and the resource collected have flipped again. Their building's starting to fall. Siege workshop down. We have another dock coming in. This is so much food. I think Khmer really needs to take advantage of how much control they have on water right now. This is a crazy amount of deep fish just to have to yourself. We have a sneak red duck here. I didn't see this before. Figure this out. Bloodlines coming in. Oh, you've imp clicked for Khmer. This is interesting. Imp is going to be pretty strong for Khmer, especially that Spanish is so far away from it. Nomad has a similar but smaller following like Arena Arabia, but the unpredictability, yeah, same. Like, I like Arabia. I played mainly Arabia through like HD Voodoo days. Arena is okay, but I find Arena really boring a lot of the time. But Nomad, you can just get so many games on it, so many types of games. You get those games where like your TCs are like literally right next to each other and it's just constant fighting from the, you know, first minute. But then you get crazy boomy games where like TCs are just miles apart from each other. And then all kind of games in between. You got the, I honestly prefer Land Nomad, but like, I do like the eco boost from regular Nomad when you get to fish. Got some fires fighting. A lot of upgrades coming in for THRILLHO. We got War Galley coming in. Going to really cement his lead on the water. Oh, also got War Galley coming in from Spanish and a transport. Your own counterplay against Arabian Nights meta. Bohemian Spears and Hand Cannons. Those are... I mean, definitely a plan. It's a very, very slow plan though, because you do still have to research chemistry. Got Vils coming forward here, looking for a castle to place. Thinking they're going to put it right here, if they can help it. Or right in here. Focusing on the fights. Some Spanish Knights running through the base. Honestly, a lot of Spanish Knights have been made. Oh, we had a pause. Looks like THRILLHO disconnected for a second. Hopefully didn't knock them off their game too much. Spanish Knights kind of wreaking havoc, but we have Vils coming forward. This could be risky when you know that there's a big Knight Force out on the field. It's kind of a good castle. It does range the TC, I think. Just barely. I actually can't tell. It might just be one tile too short. Getting serious damage. Monks getting some converts in. Castle has not been noticed. This actually will go up. Imp clicked for Spanish player 2. This is... I'm really curious where this game's going to go. Vil count is now back to equal and resource count is almost equal. Bit of a about 2,000 lead for Khmer, but now the Trebs are starting to come out when they have 2 minutes before they're going to face any opposition. Looking like this castle's going to fall. Oh, Castle is taking out a lot of Vils here. Hasn't been noticed. There's too much going on for the Spanish player. Castle goes down. This TC's gonna go down too. Coming in, got some fights, things going on both sides. Spanish Knights actually doing work. Devotion coming in. Another defensive castle up here. Pikemen being researched. Imp's about to hit. Let's see what they do with it. I'm hoping... Oh, that's a better castle. I was thinking. This is a good castle, and you're not stopping Spanish from building this with this many villas. You're going to take losses. This castle's for sure going up. Gotta use the knights. Click the knights. Don't hit the mill. This is going to be a really turn castle. This is a crazy game. We got so much pressure here from castles, but then there's castles right back coming on the other side of your base. And this goes up. You are not stopping Spanish from building this. You got to get your armory out of here, buddy. This is going to be big losses. Damn, this is still a game. This game is crazy. Spanish Zark took a huge amount of vill losses, but like this is a really good position. Reb's gonna start knocking on the door though. Currently unprotected though. Let's grab your knights. Up to Cavalier now. Run over, take these down. This is precarious position for your Trebs. They are about to disappear. It's gonna buy Zark huge time to get their eco back up and running. Got a first ballista elephant out on the field. Treb falls. Second Treb falls. And looks like third Treb is also going to fall. Oh, some repairs coming in. But it's just too many Cavaliers. It's going to fall. That's going to buy a lot of time for Zark. Start their eco coming back in. Use their position. Where am I hearing? Ah, here. Got a ballista elephant just causing some havoc down here. This is still a game. Defensive castle. He finally fell down here. Gaville's gonna punch down. Are these? Did they become Sappervilles? No. They're gonna punch it down. No, very, very slowly. One Ville TC coming up. And it goes down. Defensive castle up. I just heard a Treb. Who's Treb? Ah, Spanish Treb. TC's gonna fall, but the base is expanding in the background. All we need is Zark to get their eco back up and running. Because right now it's almost double vills for the THRILLHO or the Khmer player. But I have to say, the Spanish player's definitely got the better military advantage right now. This is a lot of Cavalier. They need answers. And there's one answer, Halberdier being researched. Cavalier gonna make a run on it. They're gonna find this castle. Might just slip through the crack here. Nice wall from THRILLHO. Still gonna find a lot of vills though. Just gonna back off for now. Nice walling though. Some vills looking for some more spots to place TCs. I'm hoping people in the chat can relate, but there's few things more stressful in this game than when, you know, you have a group of knights or a group of scouts to run into your eco, and you can see in your mind the perfect places to drop like your houses and palisades to stop it, but your fingers just can't react quick enough. And that horrible feeling when you like click the palisade on the tile just as the knight steps on top of it and you can't stop them. Oh, it gives myself a pit in my stomach just thinking about it. So many games lost to that exact problem. Multiple barracks is being slammed down to get the pike defense going. Pikes are pumping, but Trebs and Knights are pushing still. We got a bit of a Treb war. Treb's actually hitting the castle. But this is what I want to see. Zark expanding their eco in the back. Wouldn't mind adding a couple more fish just until you can get all your TCs up and running. But you do need probably all the wood you can spare. stone mining coming in. A lot of halbs being produced. And now I think we're getting to the stage of Vil difference where it's beyond a difference now. We're going to really see the difference of two economies. Because over 100 Vil economy versus 50 is a very big difference. Got repairs coming through on both sides. But I think THRILLHO is going to have the resources to keep repairing. Zark is going to run out pretty soon. University in the back, light cav coming in. And honestly, this is, well, whoa, we're gonna get a dive. I mean, this is a scary amount of halbs. Be really careful, Zark. These Cavalier are going to melt. Oh, you hate to see it. It's a problem with halbs, even though they do have iron casting, but halbs are halbs. Gonna cut through your Cavalier like butter. Can't quite take out the trebs though, but it is really painful to lose your entire Cavalier army at this point when you're about to run out of stone. Still 3 trebs versus 1, or is that 2? Oh, it's 2 trebs. There's 1. There's a sneaky treb here. I think both castles are going to go down, to be honest. Neither player has the Khmer Castle falls, and I think, yeah, Spanish player just ran out. I think this castle's going down. Unless we can quickly buy some stone. No, we're going down. Both castles fall. We're going to have this light cav come in and clear up the trebs. That was a really painful moment to lose your Cavalier mass. And the Vil counts are getting kind of crazy. Khmer's eco now is booming. Trebs are running for their lives, but I think they should be okay. No, maybe they're gonna go down. This one's okay. This one is... oh, just barely got there. I'm really getting scared of this Khmer Vil count. We're getting to a point in the game where it's not gonna matter what trades THRILLHO takes, they're just gonna take any trade they can get and slowly start to whittle down Zark's economy. Wonder what Zark's thinking right now, what their answer is going to be. We've got a castle coming in. Do they know this TC's here? They don't. Oh, they do. They can see the farms. Gonna range it. Gonna be a real sore spot, I think. This might be the beginning, the end for Zark. Great play from both in this game, to be honest. So this has been crazy back and forth. We've seen the resource count and the Vil count swap like 3 times now. Multiple parts from this game I would have bet money on either player winning. Just keep swinging back and forth. This is what you get though when you get these super close elo matchups. Like, this is crazy. Most people, myself included, before seeing these kind of games would think that like low elo tournaments just aren't feasible because, you know, you get too many people just elo, especially when you got people with low games played. Oh, we got a GG call from Zark. What a game. Makes sense. Good time to call it, but what play from both players. Oh damn, GG, well played. Crazy, crazy game. I really thought THRILLHO had the right idea in the opening with the towers. And then I really thought Zark had done it by holding on to castle because they put so much pressure on, but THRILLHO just managed to expand, keep their eco building through the pressure. Eventually built into Zark getting their eco back up, but they just couldn't quite match the boom of THRILLHO. I think like at this stage of the game, it doesn't matter. Like THRILLHO could just walk under castles and throw away units, because every unit lost is going to be so painful for Zark from this stage. Good game. That was only game 1. This is going to be a crazy set. It was such a close game. Okay, let's go see what we have next. We had a Spanish Lost Khmer win, and the win on Nomad went to THRILLHO. So game 2 is going to be Pizza. If anybody has any guesses on what civs are going to go there, Pizza being Zark's home map. Got Vietnamese, Hindustanis, Saracens left for THRILLHO. Persians, Ethiopians, Chinese left for Zark. And Pizza is a weird map to watch. I'm still new to Pizza. I'm learning like it's either a map you know or you don't. Because if you don't know it, you're going to get a rude awakening when you play someone who does. You can Hindustani versus Persians. I could see that. I see why you're thinking that, but I will tell you that that's wrong. If I can just get the game to load in, because the actual matchup that we have is game 2, Vietnamese versus Ethiopians. The Wandering Warriors Community Cup. This is game 2. This is Steppe Lancer's bracket, and let's jump right into it. We have THRILLHO, the Australian, versus Zark 23, the Canadian. Piece of Pizza, Vietnamese versus Ethiopians. 2 archer civs. We've got... Oh, I gotta change the colors. I never remember this. I can also understand why captures lag so hard when you change colors. Excuse me. So THRILLHO, the Vietnamese TCing in the west, the far west in the food portion, which we see a lot. And then this again, I kind of starting to feel like the people who know Pizza are really preferring the gold slice. I think this might just be the strat. I might need to take some tips from this. Every time I see people do really well on Pizza, it's because they're taking high priority to take control of the gold slice. But honestly, Vietnamese, although obviously Vietnamese still is going to know where Zark decided to drop. But it's an interesting matchup game. 2 civs with some really strong archer options. I'm not sure who the matchup goes to. Ethiopians with the faster firing, but then Vietnamese with the tankiness. The chunky archers. I'm going to speed this up because we've seen that the further away the TCs go, especially if they're in different quarters, just makes like for a pretty boomy early game. Oh, Dizzy, you're drafting? Nice. Yeah, send them along. Send them on Discord. I'll take a look. Just remember to breathe, stay calm. Your opponent is the same. They're as freaked out as you are. Just try your best. I promise I won't be making fun of you. We're here for you. You got this. Circumference says, enough food there to get going. Takes too long to cut to the outside. Arch is one of the easiest to counter and to expect. Yeah, it's fair. I just don't get... I need to really watch some pro games on this. Has there been many pizza games in the actual Wandering Warriors Cup? Because I've only caught some games. I really want to see how these guys do it. Be interesting. Oh, Poopload with the raid of 30. Thanks. Thank you very much. We're just watching some Wandering Warriors Community Cup here. We have about a 1300 elo game. Really even elo match. Only about like 15 elo in the difference. And you guys unfortunately missed a crazy game 1. These players are very closely matched in skill. We had like such crazy back and forths. We really were both like, we were all ready to call it for both players multiple times. But this game, I feel, is going to be a lot different because this map really calls for people who've practiced it a lot. And I feel like Zark, this is Zark's home map, the Ethiopian player. So I'm assuming that they have some sort of strat prepared. It's all going to come down to whether our Vietnamese player THRILLHO has experience on this map. Seems like different resources. Yeah, if you haven't seen this map before, it's an absolute nightmare to play on, in my opinion. So you have one slice up the top is like crazy amounts of food. So I find that most players will TC up here because it just makes sense. There's so much food. You have a slice here that has like some food with a lot of gold and stone. And then you have a slice here that's like pretty barren. There's not much stone, not much gold. Players end up falling back here. But you have to chop through the middle. You vills in all three. Yeah, so the game spawns. Both players get 2 vills in each slice. And it's a nomad start, so you gotta decide where your TC is gonna go. And then as the game goes on, if you manage to get to late game, if you can chop through here or ondure out here, you've got stone and gold on the outside, you got relics. Actually, the only relics in the whole map are on the outside. They don't spawn on the inside. So it makes for some really interesting creative games, but at the same time, especially like the lower elo you go, it kind of turns into like who has played this map and who hasn't. So we got some militia. I didn't actually notice that. Militia going to harass the gold income. And what I was saying just before you raided is we're starting to see a meta develop, especially at like the lower elo, even though this is 1300, is like whoever controls this slice, the gold slice, has a really good chance of winning the game. Because once the gold dries up for the other player, like, yeah, they have a really good start. You know, they can jump straight to Castle Age. But you can't fight someone who has this much control of gold when you have none. Because you can try to expand in here and take some gold, but there's like just such sparse tiles, and like your opponent's just gonna not let you touch it. It's a really tough call. So what normally happens if someone just controls this whole section, you often find the person with food just like really micros their lumberjacks and cuts out, and that can pull them back into the game. But it's tough. Where we got the fighting. Phil's punching down an outpost. Castle Age coming in for Ethiopians. And then THRILLHO, the Vietnamese, is going to hit there in a minute. Resource count about the same. Vil difference is mainly those 2 Vils that died here. Going to take some stone. Going to take a lot of stone. We want a castle drop. Coming forward to push these Vils back. They're going to find out that they're almost chopped through here. Following up an archer is really good. And honestly, this is right, just one archer. You don't really need that much yet until you know how the game's going to shake out. Gonna wall it in, nice. Castle Age comes in for the Vietnamese. We were no loom gaming up to this point. Barracks coming down. One issue with focus on the cut through the wood if you have food slice. If you really want to feast on the food and not go so wood, yeah, you are right, but no, like you need gold. More and more the more I watch this map, the less I like TCing here. Like the games I've played here, I did TC here because it just makes sense, but you need gold. Once it gets to Castle Age and onwards, like you just need gold. Second TC coming up. And honestly, second TC that's asking to be castled. This is going to really hurt if he gets a castle here, and I think he might be able to see it. Oh, he can't. He will. He will see the vills, though. Oh, castle's coming here. No. Oh, is he going to change his mind? Drop it here? If so, nice, nice. Really good reaction. This is going to be painful. This honestly might be just the game. We might have a game 3. Because I think you see this. We saw this in the... Was it the last set? Or maybe the set before? Where the food slice player is just loving life until this moment when they realize they've got no gold income and opponent is just pumping gold units. 30C coming up. Knights coming in for the Ethiopian. This castle is going to be a pain. They can't see it coming in. Honestly, pretty slow going. I think I do like the Ethiopian spot, but I mean, what's the delay on a siege workshop here? Are we just gonna go straight boom? Because we can stay 110 center. Opponent is... Oh, we got through. We built a stable in the food corner. I didn't even notice this. I mean, that's one way to do it. Why chop through the wood when you can just, you know, wirelessly beam the food and gold across? However we explain this in lore in Age of Empires. We've got an impenetrable forest and we can somehow just wirelessly beam our resources over to these stables. But this is going to be such a pain. Knights are going to be flooding through here. We've got a monk coming in, but this is going to be really irritating. They're just on the hunt for some damage. Food slice might work if you TC the outside. That's what I did in my practice games, and they worked okay, but it's just the terror of having absolutely no gold when your opponent has a lot of gold. Yeah, lower than level 100 EO. Here's the siege workshop. This is going to be really tough to hold for the Vietnamese player. I think this might be the beginning of the end. Got a 24-minute double bit axe and horse collar. That's fine. If you're spending everything on killing your opponent who needs eco. Might just catch a vill or two here. Nope. On patrol. Comes the first mangonel. I wonder, is this going to be... See a mangonel pop out of the fog into GG. Might speed things up just a little bit. We're kind of... This is a very chill push. We're really just taking our time here. Here come the mangonels. University of opponent. Our THRILLHO wants to market their way up to imp. That's what it feels like anyway. I think they're just sensing the impending imp from Ethiopians, even though that's not Zark's plan right now. They're content with the Castle Age push with full gold. This might be the end, although conversion's coming in and succeeding. Gotta protect these mangonels. Gotta protect these mangonels. This is real bad if you lose these mangonels, to be honest, and THRILLHO is not too far from honestly coding through. Imp is clicked. Imp is on the way, but it's what you do with it. I'm really worried that Zark took too long to put on the, you know, put the foot on the throat. Now he's adding eco. If THRILLHO can get out here and get like some secure access to the gold, we still have a full game on our hands. Res count is still really similar. We're about to be out. We still have a game. We're through. Now we're coming up to slow the push. THRILLHO's going to start exploring out into the darkness, see if they can find some gold. Yeah, this is I think it's at the same time a very good hold from THRILLHO, who seems like a little bit less experienced on this map, and a bit of a lackluster push from Zark. Took great control of the gold slice, had absolute military domination of the map, and just kind of didn't put the gas down to the floor. They really had an opportunity to super push and kind of let THRILLHO get the time they needed to keep themselves in this game. Here comes some more mangonels to push. THRILLHO not really having an answer to it right now. TC will probably fall. But here comes the gold income. We need to say, yeah, exactly, circumference. We need some... Block this exit. Did they? No, they're not chopped through yet. I mean, I'm saying that THRILLHO has a foothold back in the game. Zark still has like endless, as far as this map goes, gold income. But it's definitely become a much harder game for Zark now. Facing a opponent with access to gold versus a completely dry gold opponent. Still though, army is army. THRILLHO is producing pikes, but their army running havoc through his base. Getting down the mangonels. Imp's about to be in for Zark. Castle going up here. This is a interesting spot for a castle. But yeah, I'm not certain who wins this. Zark has really put the pedal to the floor on eco now, so like the Vil difference is pretty crazy. But just the fact that THRILLHO has gold access again means that they are definitely not out of this yet. I think Zark needs to just kind of spend what they've got. They're really banking some resources. Bursty coming in, maybe going for a bit of an archer switch. Grabbing all the eco upgrades, grabbing Bracer. Grabbing Chemistry. I always forget, I can never, it's one thing I'm really impressed when casters can do. Because for all the games I've played, I cannot for the life of me remember what civs get Bombard Cannon, what don't. But we're looking at 2 civs that do have Bombard Cannon. And it might matter with Chemistry coming in. Oh, we've got actually a breakthrough here for Zark. Also through the outside. Not that they really need it, but it just means another avenue of attack. Oh, Treb's coming up the back. I didn't even notice this. Would have been super annoying if this tile was plugged, but it's currently not plugged. Wonder does Zark notice this? Is there anything else fighting? No, they'd probably notice it. The military building's falling though. Needs to be rebuilt. Oh, we got a Bombard Cannon being chased down by some pikes here. Yeah, we do notice we have a big ball of Arbalests on the way. This is a huge, huge army. Oh, we got stuff happening everywhere. Here come the Shotels. Sprinting through the eco. Here we have the Trebs cleaned up and the Arbs are on the hunt. With the Showtails over here. Really good to be able to do both of these at the same time. Clear out the Trebs and run the Showtails through for some raids. Getting slowly cleared up. Still super annoying though. Portion engines coming in. Got an elite skirm on the Vietnamese side. And now we are in a reverse situation of the last game, where Zark's economy is now in a stage compared to THRILLHO's that we're approaching a point in the game where it doesn't really matter what Zark does, and it's just kind of becoming unwinnable for THRILLHO. Oh, we got a castle right in the middle here. Gonna go up, but there's a lot of rams hitting it. Showtails should clean this up. I feel like this is going to be Stark's game. THRILLHO does have a lot of expansion going on. Oh, he just calls it. Never mind. I'll just shut my mouth. Good game. We actually have a game 3. I thought this was going to be over. I was going to jump over to Dizzy set, but no, we've got a game 3. Good game, though. I would like to know if THRILLHO has played pizza before. Because Zark definitely seemed experienced, but THRILLHO played it pretty well, all things considered. Right, let's jump back. That was a pretty crazy game too, and we've got a game 3. That was a Vietnamese loss, Ethiopian win. And we're going to Stranded for game 3, THRILLHO's home map. Let me switch out the replay, but we have Hindustanis and Saracens left for THRILLHO for his home map. Persians and Chinese for Zark. Pretty scary civs. Any guesses in the chat? Stranded, I would be going for... All I see in Stranded are absolutely vicious bloody games. So I would think maybe Hindustanis. And I'd be completely wrong. We have... Come on, come on, come on, come on. Saracens versus Chinese, game 3, here on Stranded. It's gonna be interesting matchup. Hold on. This is one map I haven't played. I've seen a good few games on this yet, but I still need to get some practice games on this one. Saracens versus Chinese. Gonna speed this one up. Ah, Zark. Nice. Yeah, I was sent this set by Beekeeper, I think his name's in chat, saying that this set was crazy, and he was right. That game 1 was insane. I like, I would have bet money on both of you at multiple points in game 1 for who was going to, like, completely crush, and you just kept flipping back and forth who was winning in that game. Game 2 was good too, still. I feel like you had the more experience, but THRILLHO managed to hold for a long time. Here we go for game 3. Saracens versus Chinese on Stranded. Wandering Warriors game 2. I don't know what's going on with my Twitch alerts. Why am I hearing them twice and they're not showing up on screen? It's really starting to bother me. I don't know. I don't know why they're not showing up. He's on opposite sides. Both players having nice access to gold and wood, right, protected on their TCs. And I've seen so many kinds of game on this map. I've seen games where people kind of chill on both sides and then fight for the center. I've seen games where people go full feudal aggression, take advantage of the hills and just tower everything. I don't know what the best strategy is on this map. What either player can see. Pretty quiet Dark Age as expected. Gonna see what players want to do for feudal though. I have seen games end immediately though when one player wants to go for a castle age or a fast castle and someone just comes up, slams the tower down, and then they're just running around this map getting wrecked by the hills. Got 20 vills, click the fuel for Chinese, and then Saracens. THRILLHO's going to make the wise decision of taking Loom. You don't want to be no Loom gaming on this map. I'm going to click up shortly behind him. Got his force drop off. Oh no, are we missing a second building? We're missing a second building. Gotta click up. Oh no, I think at this stage... Oh, I was gonna say, I thought he'd left it so long he might just stay in Dark Age to go for castle. Surprised we don't see Chinese more often. I think they're getting banned a lot. They are very strong. Galleys coming out for Zark right off the bat. Out of... Oh, I didn't change the colours. I always forget this. I wish you could set default colours. Unless you can, I just don't know. Because I'm an absolute noob at this. Galleys coming out of one dock. Gonna see what THRILLHO's choice is. Going for 2 docks. It's gonna be 2 dock fires. 2 dock galleys. Gonna be a micro intensive game. Circumference map is tough when he's tested. The resources are scarce and exposed, but Saracens can be good with the market. Totally true. I didn't notice until someone pointed out earlier how little stone is on this map. This entire map has 8 tiles of stone. I mean, I guess probably to balance, like if someone gets super early control of stone, they can just castle the whole middle, take full control, but like there is no stone on this map. I think you actually have to you have to mine 2 separate locations of stone just to afford a castle. Galleys are going to find some purchase. Nope, going to be just passing for a minute. Fire sneaking its way in from Zark. We have an archery range up front. If this Vil can fight this tiger. Fire is going to start harassing a little bit. Galleys are going to micro it down with Galley coming in behind. Going to be shot down, but this double archery range forward is going to be a real pain. War Galley coming in for THRILLHO, but I think Zark is kind of giving up the water a little bit. Going up for 2 fires when your opponent has going galleys is pretty difficult to deal any damage. Castle Age already in for THRILLHO, clicked for Zark now. And Zark is going to be raining down archers from above. This is going to be a real pain. Second TC for THRILLHO. The galleys, the fishing ships, run for your lives. Oh, nice. We have another dock over here. That's pretty good. It's going to be a while before he finds those. Fire ship's going to find some damage on the fishing eco while they can. Here come the archers. Bodkin coming in. Find some snipes. See if THRILLHO can notice. There's a lot of attack notifications going on. No, he does notice. On top of it. One of the things I find with regular Nomad, and I guess this is like similar enough to regular Nomad, is there's so many attack notifications happening all the time because of water that a lot of the times you'll find players not notice when they're being attacked elsewhere because there's just constant attack bells ringing. Siege Workshop, nice. This is a super aggressive play from Zark. Mangonel queued up. This is really good. I can never remember to do this. Like, I'll win water here and be just like, la la la. But you gotta send a ship out. Now I say that and it seems to be on patrol. Defensive archer range coming up, but it's under the fire of the Mangonel downhill. This is painful. Rushed it up, but it's still not going to be long in this world. The Mangonel beating on it from above. Got some knights coming in, but this is a lot of archers. Mangonel defense is good, but as this is reminding me of that Hera game from the other game, I think it was with Gibbetong, where it's just so annoying to fight Mangonels that are constantly uphill. Because they just decimate your Mangonels and you get those constant awkward shots where you can't fully kill them with one hit. Now we're going to fall. Can we get a shot from the Mangonel? Yes, we got one down. And... oh, 2 down. That's pretty good. Nice. Gonna buy a bit of time. Ooh, we're going to try for the archer dance there, the split formation dance. Oh, we are going to try a little bit. Take some hits. Take some big hits. That is not what you want right now. Buying THRILLHO a lot of time. Oh! That is some serious value from one Mangonel. 19 kills. I think water's a bit of a bait when there's so much land aggression. That's definitely true. Why so many players are water averse? Yeah, like, I think water is overhated, even as someone who doesn't enjoy water that much. This castle gets actually found. Maybe could get denied. Nice wall. Yeah, it's gonna get denied. Yeah, I think water is overhated, even as someone who doesn't super like water. But the main thing that makes me prefer land nomad over regular nomad is I find most nomad games are just like you fish for a little bit, get your eco going, and then it's just fire ship notifications for the next like 40 minutes. And it just gets really annoying. Castle is not going to go up. Is there a Vil here? No. Yeah. Oh, there is. Where is he? Oh, he's there. Ooh. That was close. The Forward University for dominance. Imp clicked for THRILLHO and Imp clicked for Zark, both almost at the same time. Resources kind of close. About 1,000 the difference. Fill count's not too far apart. Got a wall this castle in though is pretty nice. Force him to delete it or give up the stone. home the mangonels from THRILLHO. Repairs. Ooh, accidentally squashed their own mangonel. Archer ball is starting to get a bit scary again. Gonna start snipe some vills. Imp comes in for both. Ballistics clicked on one side, second armor. Oh, mangonel's gonna find some hits again. Gotta watch. It's just so much happening. TC's gonna fall here. It's a lot of mangonels. Castle actually managed to go up. How did this happen? I completely missed this. Did we break through with the ships? Good God, that's loud. Yeah, we broke through with the help of the ships. Wow. That's unfortunate. Oh no, there was actually just a tiny bit here to hit. Yeah, there was a little sliver of space at the back here. That's unfortunate. It did look like it was fully walled. Get back to where we were. We're about here. Oh. TC here is gonna fall. Treb coming out for THRILLHO. What are we gonna use it on? Whoa, whoa. Nice micro. Mangonel goes down. Archer's gonna pick up some vills now, if they're quick about it. Capped ram coming in for Zark. Ooh, Archers might just catch this TC being built. Yeah, they're gonna get a lot of vill kills here, but the mangonel is watching. Okay. We're okay. Yeah, we gotta click right down here. Come on, come on, come on. Damn. I mean, capped ram's coming in. It's gonna be a problem. THRILLHO needs an answer like to this right now. You're gonna knock down the TC. You're gonna fight with vills. You're gonna lose them all to the archers. There's a knight coming in to try and help. Gonna be quick about it. The capped rams with the buff now do a lot of damage to buildings. One goes down. But we're gonna lose a lot of vills for this. Oh, nice dodge. Another capped ram coming in. This TC might just fall. Here. Still slightly pushing. These archers have picked up a lot of kills. Gonna try to take out the ram again one more time. It might just fall though. One more hit from the ram. Oh, I mean, the archers might just kill it now. No, they're repairing. This next ram should take it out, to be honest. THRILLHO's ram? I mean, Treb just kind of wandering around. T goes down. A lot of pressure coming in on THRILLHO. Spending a lot of time with villas just fighting rams that are coming in. You gotta get some army in to defend this. But content to push on the top with just siege. Building some more military buildings at the top. I feel like he's kind of just starting to give up some space on the bottom to keep pushing the top. These archers are picking up so many vill kills though every time a ram comes in. Oh, his TC actually fell to this Treb. There's another second TC coming up here. THRILLHO's building one over in the distance. Rams might just see the vills leaving. These vills have killed so many rams. Seems to be a trend with these two players. Zark, if you're still here, did you practice with THRILLHO at all? Because you both have not, I wouldn't say similar playstyles, but your games seem to go this way really often. Oh, not noticing the mangonel on the archers. Nice, just barely reacted in time. Because this seems to be a trend in your games. It's like crazy opposite strategies from each other, and somehow gets to a point where you're both like basically equal in every aspect. Almost same vill count, almost same resources, and you're both fighting in the same way on opposite sides of the map. Ram's going back down, but the TC does fall. Archers are probably going to pick up a lot of ills here. Oh, this is going to be really painful. You got to run. I don't know if THRILLHO's looking. Oh, now he's looking. There's a lot of ills going to go down. Oh, Mangonel manages to clean up basically the whole group of archers though. And we're both, like, it's so funny that we have Zark's push coming this way, and like, THRILLHO's not defending too much except with vills and just expanding to the side, and then we have THRILLHO's push up here coming this way. Zark's not expanding too much and expanding this way to the side. Just two players like to play in really similar patterns, doing the same thing to each other and reacting the same way to each other on opposite sides of the map. I cannot tell who this game is going towards, although this is pretty bad for THRILLHO. These archers are just on the hunt. Both players taking just a bit of a pause to boom back up, licking their wounds on both sides. Archer's gonna see what they can find. Might find a vill or two. Go again. I feel like THRILLHO has suffered far more losses than they need to this game by just not wanting to put any army here. Like, their whole defense of this area has just been like one mangonel and then the odd knight that comes in. But these archers have gotten so many kills throughout the game because they've just kind of been unchecked. Arbalest coming in for Zark. And honestly, at the minute, the ecos aren't that different. Got about a 2000 res difference, but the vill count is fairly close. A 12 difference, another TC coming up, but these archers are just eating vills. Here comes this mango shot, nice step back. Gonna get some repairs, but there's a lot of arbalests. Oh, a little bit of a trade, but I think that's fine for the archer player. There's so many vills to be killed around here. I keep not wanting to keep looking at one spot because I just know some clownery is happening on another part of the map. What is our Treb here for? This Treb accidentally just strolled. Oh, he might have clicked the TC but accidentally clicked the ground. So Treb just strolled its way across the TC. Here comes some more rams. Knights and camels gonna find some damage, but we got pikes that are soon to be halbs. There's a bit more of a mangonel defense. I think this will be more successful than the last time. But the problem is these halbs are getting strong. They're gonna be like one-shotting mangonel soon. We'll be able to take out the rams. Gotta be careful that the arbalists don't just one-shot the mangonels though. They do. This is pretty bad. TC's taking huge damage. Reb's coming on the top for THRILLHO. But I think the difference is going to be in just Zark really making a lot of army that isn't just siege. THRILLHO seems to be their attack and defense on both sides is just siege. We're just killing so many vills just indiscriminately. This could be the end here. There's so many vills falling. Halb's going to take out the Trebs though, because they're completely undefended. There's so many vills falling. Ram's knocking on the TC yet again. Some Knights and Camels sitting up back here at the Siege Workshop. Halb's coming in to defend the archers. I don't know if THRILLHO can stop this push now. There's so many vills falling. They think this is going to be the end. Banganel coming in, but like this is way too little of a defense. Damn, didn't even get a shot off. Just didn't see him. That's a GG. GG, well played. Set goes 2-1 to Stark. That was so well played from both in all games. I think that game 3 just had a bit of set fatigue from both players because they were all games in this set were pretty grindy. I imagine Zark could let us know what the mental and fatigue was like in this game, but definitely felt like both players had a little bit less of a foot on the gas. A lot of lulls, a lot of just like pauses in the action, but still well played from Stark. Took control of the center. Seems to be the way these games go. Even though THRILLHO managed to get a castle up, controlling the center on this map is just so strong. Like THRILLHO put up a really good defense, but there's only so much you can defense from constant mangonels and arrows just raining down on you from uphill. Zark says mainly was definitely a tiring one. One of the most fun and closest sets I've had all year. These, I think you and THRILLHO are so closely matched. That was that could have gone either way. If that went to like a best of 5, I don't know who would have won that. Or like best of 7. You two, I hope you two practice through the set because you can definitely help each other. But GG, well played. Nice. Was this your first set of the tournament? I didn't actually notice this in the list. I was sent it by somebody in the chat. I'm glad I watched that game. Those 3 games were crazy. It was your second set. Wow. Yeah, I didn't notice this live because for I think you guys played this at like 2 a.m. for me, so I wouldn't have noticed it. But no, I'm glad I watched it. I hope no one else casted it because some of these games, especially game 1, I could not tell who was winning. You could even see in the chat people were like, "Nah, Zark's got this. Oh no, God, THRILLHO's got this." Just back and forth, back and forth. Really cool set. But the set goes to Zark.